Hey guys, I just made a video talking about rods. And if you haven't seen that video already, which should have been posted yesterday, I'm filming this the same day, in case you're wondering. But I just filmed that video. After this video, go check it out. And yeah, so we're basically going to talk about reels today, like reel speeds. So we're going to go back to the first rod that I showed in the other video, this one, which has this Curado on it, which is, I can't really show you guys or else I'll bang my rod into the wall. But right there, that white line that says 7.4, that's the gear ratio. It's a 7.4 gear ratio on this reel right here, which means it's like in between. It's like the medium speed of a reel. It's still fast, but it is not the fastest. They do make, I believe I've seen a reel that's like a 10 something, which is just insane. But so this reel, a 7 something gear ratio, 7.2 to 1 or 7.4 to 1, is going to be really good for stuff like spinnerbaits. Well, that's what I throw them on anyway. Spinnerbaits, jigs, really just anything is really good with a reel of this speed. You can throw literally any lure on a 7.4 to 1 or 7.3 to 1 or 2 to 1 gear ratio. It doesn't matter. If it's in the 7s, it's basically just good for everything. And so that's a pretty common reel speed, I feel like. If you're going to start out, I'd buy one of those, which this is actually the same one. Same reel speed. I'm pretty sure. This one is, I don't know if this one even says what the reel speed is. This is a 7.5 to 1, so just a tiny bit faster. But when you're throwing stuff like buzzbaits, if you're going to be throwing topwaters or like super heavy stuff, like when you're punching or flipping and stuff, you might want to up it to an 8, like an 8.3 to 1 or an 8.1 to 1 gear ratio, because that's going to be a little bit faster, so you'll actually be able to catch up to those fish on top water, because a lot of bass fishermen know when you hook a fish on top water, they can come off extremely easily. So if you're going to be fishing with a top water and you're going to have a top water specific rod, or like something like punching, flipping, and top water rod, which this one is, I would suggest you get an 8.1 to 1 gear ratio or somewhere in the 8s, just so that you can catch up with those fish. And I need to get one of those. But then the last reel I'm going to show you is actually my newest reel, which I love. This is the Shimano 21 Scorpion DC. It's on a, what is this? It's a 611 medium heavy fast action rod. But this reel is a 6.2 to 1 gear ratio. So this is like the slowest thing coming. This is the slower speed. So it's going to be good for something like this, like a swim jig, whatever. It's really good for any moving bait. If you're throwing chatterbaits or, I think a lot of guys like to fish crankbaits faster, so I'm not too sure about that. But if you're fishing something like a swim bait, like one of the paddle tail, or a chatterbait, or sometimes a spinnerbait too. Anytime you're fishing like a moving bait and you're fishing it slower, I'd go with a reel like this. This has 15-pound Seaguar red label on there. It's a super nice reel, super smooth, and yeah. Yeah, with the slower speeds like that, though, that's mainly for moving baits. Not really, you don't want to have this for top water or anything, because you won't be able to catch up to the fish. But that's a very nice reel to have in your arsenal, is a 6 something speed, 6.2 to 1, 6.4 to 1, whatever. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what reel you use. Subscribe, and if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on Instagram, go check out my YouTube channel. It's just Weird Fishing again. You should see me. It's I think it's the same profile as on Instagram, where I'm holding up a smallie. But yeah, go check that video out if you're on Instagram. And if you're on YouTube, just look up Weird Fishing on Instagram. It's the same profile picture as on YouTube. And yeah, subscribe, like the video, follow on Instagram, whatever. Just let me know what your favorite reel is, and I'll see you in the next one.